composition because it's not like there's any real tanks, right? And Jin does struggle to actually burst through tanks. Counter-Strike is going to be annoying, but that's true for every AD carry. So overall, I
feel like
think
the world is your oyster. You have all of the options you could possibly want to choose from there in the jungle. Curry
Here he goes.
and Titan might be in a little trouble here. Titan at least already escapes, but this means Curry is all alone down here. Immediately, Ayla starts off the dive. They need some additional damage, and they find that it's first blood over to 100 Thieves.
They're bot lane all the way up on this top side, and Karaoke is going to be in trouble.
Yep, there it is. Headbutt pulverized into the deadly flourish to lock up Karaoke, who tries to play some tricks and get away. Meanwhile, Dokla popping the dominance up there in the 1v1 in top side. FBI takes the second kill of the game. Finishing this up, he doesn't even need help from anybody else on the team. Ayla's hanging around to guarantee. Nobody approaches, but that's it.
Yeah, and Curry has been very successful on. You can see all of paiN is moving down towards the bot side here, trying to see, is there an opportunity to really punish Dokla? But Ayla has read the play. He is moving down to cover, and it would be a 2v4. We'll see if they can hold on.
All right, Dokla's trying to clear out the wave, immediately goes into the dominance, but he's taking a ton of damage. Ayla can't save him. The culling finds the mark, but now Karaoke stunned up underneath the turret. Makes it a 1-for-1. Ayla secures the Feet of Warfare. Feet of Turret secured in the top lane. That's the Enchanted Boots for 100 Thieves. The Tier 1 turret claimed by paiN in the bottom side, along with the Dokla kill to try to get something back. But now the Rift Herald has been summoned up over in the mid lane. Roamer tries to TP in to make a defense play, but instead he's going to be rooted up by the deadly flourish. River and Quid and FBI just putting bullets in him. Quid's taking a kill credit. It's a nearly 3,000 gold lead for 100 Thieves.
Really nice map movement coming out of 100 Thieves, right? They get that prio topside with the Orianna. River's able to get the Rift Herald. And even when paiN try for this dive on the bot side, Curry might be.
Yeah, Titan body blocking for his support. Does not want to allow that shot. But
Believe in
FBI.
Jin.
No, FBI
now?
heard me talking smack, man, and he's making the Jin look good in this one. I am happy to be proven wrong sometimes, as we do have a TP coming up.
Everyone's coming in.
Has the Dominos ready. Weiser's trying to get out, but Ayla and Quid are both here to try to deny it. Weiser with a flash to attempt to get away from the headbutt pulverized. Counter-Strike not going to buy him a whole lot more time as River arrives, and it's FBI from downtown to take the kill.
They sent all five. Seems like a bit of overkill there at this point, sending everyone up there because they're going to lose the mid lane tier 1 off the back of this, and they're going to lose some farm down in bot side as well. So it's not a free kill by any means. You lose the tower, you lose a little bit of farm, you lose bot side. They are going to be on the dragon. And paiN have just decided, you know what? We're not going to fight. We're just going to keep playing cross map, which I think is not a bad idea given the position in the game. You can see multiple members are up on top side, multiple members pushing in the mid lane as well. They will be trading the tier 1 bot for it, plus losing that dragon. And now teleport's coming in from Dokla.
Yeah, we've got an attempted play from 100 Thieves, but Curry doing a nice job there. Times the bubble to intercept Dokla immediately as he wants to teleport away.
Well, the rest of the team is trying to finish this off, but in comes the TPs. It's going to be chaos.
Yeah, it's a half HP Otacon as paiN Gaming are looking to collapse on 100 Thieves. Ayla jumps in after Roamer, but he's not going to find a lot as Roamer flashes out. Now Weiser over the back line of everybody. Here comes the heroic entrance. Big engage coming out from paiN, but the follow-up damage isn't there. Finally grabbing the shutdown onto Ayla. 100 Thieves will lose their support, and now they're diving in after FBI. They're going to lose him as well. Karaoke with a big shutdown. paiN Gaming come to life here in the bottom lane, but it does cost them their jungler. It's a 2-for-1 trade favoring paiN.
It's always madness at Otacon, man. They should not have started.
FBI has found Weiser on the back side of the pit. The rest of 100 Thieves grouped up as 4, and the dragon is just going to be the focus. 100 Thieves, they have enough strength. They still have enough of a lead that paiN Gaming is cautious to go back to the fight as the Infinity Edge also done now for FBI's Jin.
Yep, exactly. They are going to be on even keel. That is kind of the closest of these matchups, really, when you're looking at it. Dokla not ahead in gold, but has always had pressure, and he's going to get last go back.
Oh yeah, Dokla's in some serious danger. There's that DPS I'm talking about for Titan. Dokla heals up with a Call of the Meek, but he has to continue making a little bit more distance. Redemption summoned up to make sure that he does
Max rank ultimate, and that can be terrifying. Weiser going to get spotted.
Yep, Weiser's going to have to rejoin the rest of paiN here. Nice deadly flourish, finds Titan, and now a big shockwave on the Karaoke. Knocks him down to about half HP, and FBI dials in the shots. That's 1 kill going the way of 100 Thieves, and it's the enemy jungler. Now River's making his way forward, and Titan's in some danger. River continues the pressure, and Titan is down. 100 Thieves have already claimed 2. and they're not stopping there. Quid goes on a killing spree, and Weiser falls. 100 Thieves, 3 for nothing.
And that was the fight that 100 Thieves were looking for. That was the fight that we were looking for. Some action as that shockwave lands on the Wukong and the Wukong clone. But to catch out Carioca, they're going to get the Otacon. They're now going to have Chemtech Soul, and this should really break the game open for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be almost impossible, it feels like now, for paiN to come back. That was their moment to try to make something happen, and Carioca just got...
everybody's eyes are up here on the top side towards the Baron pit. Yeah, Ayla takes a little bit of poke, clearing out this vision, but he's still accomplishing the mission that he came here for. Make the map very dark. Make it very scary for paiN as they try to approach, and make sure that 100 Thieves isn't taking this Baron.
Yep, as we see Dokla potentially looking for something here onto Roamer.
Oh, he's a hungry, hungry crocodile. Does find a quick stun onto Roamer, but not a whole lot of follow-up from the rest of the Thieves. FBI is over in the mid lane, very far away. Can still contribute with the curtain call if he needs to, but Carioca going in for the engage. Ayla's the target, but he's got the unbreakable will. Now Weiser and Dokla in a fight off to the left here, but at the same time, Roamer might just be the first to die as he and Carioca barely get away. A little bit more damage would need to find Carioca there, but 100 Thieves don't quite have the range to apply it. Yes, there's no deaths, but 100 Thieves are still going to call that a win as they force down the tier 2 turret.
Yeah, and I mean, you're full sending it, but it's onto the Alistar, right? So he just pops the ulti, even as TP. If he got low enough, he could just TP right back out. And the question is, will they just start up the Baron? I think the answer is absolutely yes. They know that all of these big teamfight tools just got spent. And we're going to see, can paiN answer with just really the Galio ult and the Jax ult as their tools?
Exactly. No culling, no tidal wave, no cyclone. Quid takes a single shot from Titan, but he does not really mind as immediately River comes in for the ulti. Titan and Curry both under pressure, and Curry is already done for. Carioca continuing to try to escape from Dokla here, using the clone defensively to create that extra little bit of distance, but the deadly flourish catches up to the Wukong. Carioca about to fall, and Dokla chops him off. Now even more is on the menu for 100 Thieves. They are eating good. A double kill for Dokla's Renekton, and the Thieves are forcing their way through mid.
Yeah, I think they might try to just go for the end here, but I love how they've been playing out this composition, right? The deadly flourishes out of FBI have been great, setting up a lot of picks.
All right, Weiser. Oh, no, I can't even finish the sentence. Weiser and Titan both caught in the shockwave. It was a bit of a slow burn early on in this one, but burn paiN will. 100 Thieves won't even let them survive in their fountain. 16-3. 100 Thieves take game 1.
Yeah, and Quid puts the exclamation point on it with the shockwave to finish off the game. 100 Thieves.
I don't want to play MF with a Bard ultimate and an Ambessa ultimate that could just, you know, at the very least, it makes me think very carefully about
Does have to play with respect to this. Ayla has the quickness ready to go. Also the flash available on that Rakan. Quid goes in between worlds, and they're trying to engage on Carioca. He gets himself away for now, but the first blood has already gone to paiN Gaming. Quid trying to back away from this one as River is also down to about 500 HP. FBI and Quid firing back here with a little bit more damage onto Titan, but Curry doing a great job locking these guys up. Now FBI and Quid are both about to fall. paiN Gaming smashes them.
That's be harassed here a little bit, but 100 Thieves never deviates from their plan, right? If they're going to play dive, they're going to play dive. They're not going to be scared off by one bad team fight. They will keep going at you, trying to force errors, trying to punish.
And there it is. Immediately, River and Ayla jumping in. Titan taking a ton of damage from the bullet time over the wall. FBI's got the firepower. Carioca wants to get one back. River's down to 150 HP, trying to stay alive here. A double kill for FBI. And Ayla.
This Drake as 100 Thieves are going to kind of reset, maybe make some moves over to this top side. With
everything on them, you can probably just burst down the front line that 100 Thieves have. So to me, I think that's like a really easy way to play it out, where Carioca can have the Crescent Guard up, can just be absorbing it. 100 Thieves want to fight though.
Okay, we're going to have a battle for the Herald that's already down to about 3,000 HP. 100 Thieves on the approach. River wants to contest for the objective. The eyeball is ready to be knocked down, and River secures the Herald, but now Quid and River got to be careful. River's already about to die, but he gets himself away somehow. Roamer's down. Dokla's in the middle of the paiN back line, but now he has to try to disengage himself with the bullet time flying over the top, but it won't be enough. enough. A 1-for-1 so far. Weiser's got to try to get away. River looking for the re-entry into the fight, and he finds Curry. A little bit more damage to the bouncing bullet might be enough. FBI goes over the wall. He kills Ayla, and he wants Titan. Now Ayla's got to try to escape as Carioca just barely can't find the damage. Curry and Romer down in trade for Dokla, and 100 Thieves are not yet done. River still looking for the opportunity to keep this chase going. He jumps forward. He finds a quick bit of burst here onto Weiser, and one more shot from FBI is enough to do it. It's a 5-4 game for 100 Thieves.
And meanwhile, the Rift Herald is barreling down mid lane. The Rift Herald that was stolen. River on Jarvan is just insane.
I think they're not done. We are still getting even more PvP. Romer and Curry back into the fight now as FBI is under some serious pressure. Carioca takes the kill on Ayla as both bottom laners of 100 Thieves are now down. Dokla and River need to disengage. The overstay from 100 Thieves as paiN sends the entire cavalry back at him.
But honestly, they don't even get punished for the overstay because they get a kill back onto Carioca, and I think River should be able to walk this one out. We'll see if they can knock him down. He has a blast cone, though. He should be gone.
Yeah, he's here, but yeah, paiN is sending more troops. Curry has made his way to the battlefield as Dokla continues trying to make a little bit more space. The Redemption coming in to heal that Aatrox up, but there's too much burst. paiN Gaming find kill number 7.
Yeah, and I like this recognition from paiN. Again, try to overload one side, get a catch. But meanwhile, 100 Thieves, are barreling down mid. They got Drake. Quid is going to be able to take down this bot tier 1. And
the tier 1 bot, very likely. And they're denying minions because no one is answering Quid still. No one's even heading down there to start to answer Quid. So you're going to lose multiple waves. And this is a very expensive play for paiN, honestly.
And Weiser's in trouble. Maybe.
Weiser.
He just wants to be as annoying as he possibly can with the invades, with the harassing on the recall.
Nice engage from Ayla immediately with the quickness into the knockup on Titan, who has to try to get away. Goes on a magical journey through the wall, staying alive for now. Carioca with some pressure onto the back line of 100 Thieves, but Titan is already down. Curry nearly joins them. Carioca is not tanky enough to survive this one.
Something back, but you're losing the kills. You're losing map control. You're going to lose Otacon. You're going to lose the tier 1 top. And 100 Thieves are just getting more and more and more out of these fights.
And I just love the way that they recognize, again, we talked about when this 100 Thieves is making their miracle run, what made the difference, their willingness to pull the trigger and all follow up. I love that you pointed out how River uses his Jarvan ult, because it almost becomes the threat of the ult is just as important as the ult itself, right? And he's able to get right through the back line, instant ult. Really, really nice. Again, just a pleasure to watch him play.
Now they're going to try to catch Romer here.
Okay, Romer could be the target. Ayla jumps in with a grand entrance. Nobody else from 100 Thieves is here just yet as River and Quid finally arrive. Over the wall goes the Jarvan, but a nice binding into the wall from Curry slows the 100 Thieves onslaught. Tempered Fate at melee range only delays the inevitable as Ayla jumps in for the supportal combat, knocks Curry down, and 100 Thieves will just continue finding these picks and taking over the rim.
I mean, it just took paiN so long to get that bottom lane tier 1. Then they wanted to greed for waves after it, and they stayed around for a very long time. And 100 Thieves, again, are just in their face. I mean, River has a 2-level advantage over Carioca. He's just not scared at all. Maybe he should be.
Yeah, now he gets punished, though. Nice shutdown. Kill credit over to Titan. A double kill for the Corki as Ayla also overextends. 100 Thieves getting a little greedy themselves, trying to punish paiN.
On something.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they sent all 5 bot for that, and they used their only TP, right? So that is such an expensive proposition to go for that. Now it's solo gold here for Dokla. Dokla's 2-2-2, been very quiet, didn't dominate in the 1v1. He's up 1.5k.
Yeah, it's the largest individual lead over your counterpart on the enemy team is that top lane diff between Dokla and Weiser. Now 100 Thieves working on this. Drake, it will be secured by Quid as Carioca has to pop the ulti, but immediately Romer's ready to lead the charge in. Quid and FBI are both going to be taken low, but they aren't dead yet. Quid's going between worlds, hopping around, but it is not enough. He can't get away. More pressure onto River. paiN Gaming have killed 2 and haven't lost a single man. It's a big engage from the Annie to start things off. Coordinate, synergize a little bit better here with those big ultis. They do still have a lead. They're up 1,500 gold. They're up 25 petals to 7, and now Dokla and River are scrapping with Romer and Carioca. River's taking a lot of damage from Romer, though, who has to try to now get away. Carioca takes the kill on River, but it is a 1-for-1 here at the very start. Carioca trying to get away as Quid has made his way into the fight to guarantee uneven numbers. A 2-for-1 trade favors 100 Thieves.
And already the rest of the Thieves are headed down as well, so they should be able to to clean up this tier 2 turret on the bot side. Finally, and again, 100 Thieves also being able to pull the trigger.
Summoners force anything that makes this fight easier for them to take. 100 Thieves want to steal away the enemy red buff here, and River will smite that one down, but now the engage coming out, and Big Dokes has been caught out. He wants to try to escape, but instead, he's shut down. Nice pick for paiN.
Yeah, good catch from paiN, and that should actually set up Drake really easily for them here. They'll be able to deny that soul point that 100 Thieves are kind of looking to set up. And again, the way that both teams have kind of tried to use these compositions to get picks, I like how similarly
the
we
jungle.
talked about.
So anybody that Titan gets free firing time on, he's going to seriously threaten.
Yep. You can see Weiser looking on the side here.
Yeah, Weiser jumps in. They want to go after Quid, and they nearly kill him instantly. Titan goes unstoppable, and paiN Gaming find the pick on the 100 Thieves mid laner.
Really nice catch from paiN. They're still going.
Yeah, we're not done yet. Another Tempered Fate flies out. This one only finds Dokla. He spreads his wings. The World Ender's ready to go. FBI isolated from the rest of 100 Thieves, and Titan is jumping in after the misfortune. A nice turnaround from Ayla there as he wants to try to protect his AD carry, but he cannot do it. paiN Gaming, 3 kills for nothing.
Really nice catch from paiN onto the mid lane, and then follow up, pushing 100 Thieves out. This Baron should be theirs.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to be theirs. Weiser was the one to set it up. Weiser and Roamer making the play happen here onto Quid. They burst him down. He cannot survive. And then FBI
Guardian Angel for Titan. It's very difficult for 100 Thieves to ever win a fight, as immediately the Tempered Fate onto River. Nice bullet time over the top, but they aren't getting a ton of results here onto the health bars. Ayla's already down, and River has to continue his retreat. Quid and Dokla can't do enough damage to provide meaningful threat on paiN, and now with the 1-for-0, paiN Gaming are over onto the Drake.
Yeah, and again, paiN should now be able to set up all neutral objectives in their favor. We talked about
100 Thieves. And FBI does not have really high consistent damage. He's struggling to actually get a good bullet time. He can't fight past the Xin Zhao. And as a result, he's just not getting a ton done. It feels like in these team fights, Quid is having the same problem. They can't get past that front line without risking just getting stunned up and burst down. So paiN is just kind of playing front to back, utilizing the Xin as their more tanky frontliner thanks to the ult, and they are in control here. Douglas pushing top, and 100 Thieves aren't going to be able to do much about this.
Tempered Fate finds Ayla. Now River's going to get bursted down immediately. 100 Thieves just can't fight back. paiN, pick up another one for free. The bullet time takes Curry low, but again, still no kills for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, constantly pushing out side waves, constantly forcing paiN to overload one side so they could get much more on the opposite side of the map. That really can't happen any longer. Ayla's dead.
Adios to Ayla. Nice pick there for paiN. Enemy support down. That's one of the biggest engage mechanisms. That's one of the only way to keep people in position for these FBI Misfortune ultimates. With him out of the picture, paiN Gaming's feeling more comfortable than ever. They're going to force down the tier 2 turret top.
Yeah, I mean, and River was kind of looking for a potential
10
wraparound.
seconds until the Hex Soul will spawn if they secure it. If 100 Thieves get it, it's not going to work. Quid does not get caught there by the Flash Anti-Ultimate, and now Titan's going to get some danger. Titan nearly dead, but he is still alive for now. Nice Tempered Fate onto FBI and River, but Ayla's already down. There's your resurrection onto Titan. paiN with the pressure towards the back line. Titan brought back to life by the Guardian Angel, and he does so much damage. He finally falls. Quid's going to get done. 100 Thieves with the team fighting again. Karaoke charging onto Quid, but he will not find it. A triple kill for Big Dokes, and 100 Thieves take the fight.
I think they just took the game. They're going right down mid just like that. I think they're going to try to end it.
There's 20 seconds on Curry's Bard. Everybody else is dead for a significant amount of time. 35 seconds on Roamer. Even longer on Titan, Weiser, and Karaoke. Mid lane tier 3 turret is down. 100 Thieves pushing towards the Nexus. They will have to deal with Curry, but there's still another 20 seconds before anybody else is available. Curry does not have Tempered Fate on respawn to try to buy a little bit of extra time for these turrets. The first Nexus turret is gone. The second Nexus turret is going to be the target. Curry's just trying to waste their time, but 100 Thieves will not be deterred. There's still 10 seconds on the carries, and with one fell swoop of a team fight, 100 Thieves are going to match point.
The game looked
Better pop the spell shield early. It's the easiest thing ever to actually spell shield. If you're on point, you can also spell shield Verisalt. You can spell shield a lot of valuable things here as FBI. And
he might die right here because Karaoke's making his way over. Titan steps forward, wants the rain of arrows to interrupt. As now Dokla flashes to the other side of the pillar. Flash follow coming in from Carioca. There's the stun from Dokla, but he does not have a whole lot of shielding left. Carioca taking the first blood for paiN. Decided, yeah, I will slam the Casio counter into the Rise.
Yeah, and Carioca was pinging mid, but now he looks like he might be headed bot to try to make a play onto Dokla down here, help his Gwen out.
Okay, Weiser with a little bit of needlework here. Dokla does not want to give him the opportunity for the sweet spot, but now it's a play on Quid, popping the phase rush, getting himself back away. Weiser down to 200 HP as Dokla's going to be the one to fall. paiN Gaming get kill number 2.
Yeah, Dokla uses the ult, tries to turn it around, but doesn't have just enough damage to be able to finish him off. If he had his flash, maybe you could try to look for something onto Weiser, but Weiser just intelligently allows the Trundle to finish that kill.
Yeah.
And now that is that gold advantage, that CS advantage that he had is going to disappear.
Now top side, Titan under some pressure here. The Pop Blossom forces him to flash
Ayla's
away.
gonna die.
100 Thieves might just lose Ayla. There it is, a botched dive from the Thieves. And paiN Gaming are feeling good about it. Supreme display of talent does enough damage to guarantee that 100 Thieves are finally on the board. But FBI's got 50 HP as Curry and Romer are making their way up. Dredge line for the execution. And now with the additional Twin Fangs onto River, he's not walking away. paiN 5-1.
This is like a flashback to that
Play rather audaciously as he will start up the Drake. This is a 10-minute first Drake here being attempted from 100 Thieves. Secured by River as Carioca wanted to use the Flash Chomp Steal to try to take it away. River uses a defensive ulti there on Carioca, who pops the Subjugate just to guarantee it's not an even trade. So paiN might lose the objective, but they pick up yet another kill. It's the opposite of what we talk about with these like powerful tanky or utility junglers, that even if they fall behind, yeah, they can still impact the game very easily. No, Qiyana's got to be doing damage if she wants to find value in these fights. Carioca trying to come around there for the gank onto Quid, but the phase rush very effective at getting him away from all of these slows. However, 4v1, he's going to need more than a phase rush to survive this one. Romer's not going to get the stun there with a petrifying gaze, but he doesn't even need it. paiN bring 4 men down to the bottom lane, and they find their mark. It's a 7-1 game.
Yeah, and the biggest difference is a lot of times when paiN was doing these overloaded plays, they'd be getting punished super heavily on the other side of the map. But this time, it is not happening because they are ahead of the tempo. They're ahead of the pace of the game, and it is really showing in play after play after play.
I know that Brazil has a rough relationship with the 7-1 scoreline, but this is a good one. This is one that they're locking in here. This is a great 7-1 for Brazil's early game here in game number 3. As Weiser's going in after Dokla here, has that final charge of the needlework ready to go, but Big Doke's going for the outplay. The last hit'll do it. Dokla gets the kill there. Curry shows up. Dokla has so much health regeneration when Set is low on HP. Now Romer's got to try to escape in the bottom side as Ayla, Quid, and River are trying to collapse onto the Casio. Pop Blossom from Ayla immediately into the follow-up room prison from Quid. River still on the approach, but the miasma is so difficult to navigate. There should be no way for Romer to get away from this. It's just a matter of time, and the shutdown credit goes to River.
Big plays.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where this Casio is going to be absolutely massive. I did like the initial setup from 100 Thieves, right? They're pushing in on this top side. Dokla is actually going to be able to get this turret as the 2 other teams kind of dance around this mid. But previously, they'd have had FBI and Ayla kind of pushing down mid.
Oh boy. River is going to lose 60% of his HP there. Yeah, that was just a ton of damage from Carioca. The Subjugate was also used. River is very low, but Dokla is now the one under pressure. He tries to go back around with a showstopper. Yeah, he hits a big haymaker, but it won't matter. He's down in a 1v5. paiN pick up kill number 8.
Nicely done there. You know, Carioca just pushes them out, but again, 100 Thieves responding with a tower. They're shoving mid lane. River on the Qiyana, there's no point in the game where you beat the Trundle 1v1. It's just not really going to happen. So, you know, you have to try to be able to play around that and find these approaches where you can get in onto the backliners. That really is his job this game, but it's very difficult. And the Trundle is going to know this, and he's going to be hunting for you, looking to try to match you and push you out, as is Weiser. So, paiN in a pretty good spot, but they are going to be giving up this dragon as well.
Yeah, 100 Thieves decided kind of not to contest that. Instead, push out mid, get that tier 1, and are able to rotate on and start stacking Drakes potentially as a way to get back in the game, as a way to set up some of these fights in their favor.
And to give some context to the Sivir, it was, of course, lethality as expected when we saw the Hail of Blades, but FBI on 2 items and is going to be wave clearing out very effectively.
All right, Herald summoned up mid, though, immediately crashing that into the tier 1, but now the catch on Titan. River finds exactly what he needed in the tier 1 turret.
He'll be able to take down this tier 1 turret. And 100 Thieves have wrested the gold back in
they're
their...
trying to pull it down towards this bottom part of the pit, closer to the lane, but they are taking an awful long time doing it. TP's coming in. 100 Thieves ready to try to fight for the Otacon here. Dokla on the right side of the fight, looking for his angle there as the rest of 100 Thieves approach from the river direction. You do have the Otacon down to about 40% HP now. paiN Gaming still trying to secure this objective. Carioca's already down to half HP. 100 Thieves stepping in. Big showstopper coming up for Big Dokes as the Otacon is at least secured for paiN. But now the follow-up will not go their way. It's already 2 dead. 100 Thieves looking for even more. FBI on the chase. Carioca still trying to escape. FBI gets the auto attacks into the boomerang blade. It's
They've
3.
looked at LPL and LCK Boz. If you don't want to go for the objective, go for the fight, right? And with all that damage, the paiN were just constantly face tanking from that Otacon. The fight
Routed
goes...
in this fight.
And now back to live. We might have yet another one. You
knows
can
it.
see some frustration in the back rooms there as
Here's
River's
River.
jumping into the middle of everybody. Immediately finds the Supreme Display of Talent onto Roamer, but instead it's River who's killed off first. Dokla looking for his chance here in the middle of the fight, but he does not get a big haymaker. Instead, Weiser takes him down.
Ricochets.
paiN is already killed off too, but FBI's looking to get some AoE damage. Yep, it's a deep TP from Big Dokes. paiN have control over the Dragon Pit
Look at
for now.
Titan.
FBI down to half HP. Drake already secured for the side of paiN, but River and Dokla are making their way forward. Weiser's going to be the first target as River jumps in on top of him, but the flash over the wall keeps the Gwen alive for now. 100 Thieves, they lose the objective and they haven't found any kills just yet. So far, this is success for paiN Gaming.
Yeah, nicely handled there by paiN. I thought they would be able to get some exit kills, but they couldn't actually lock them down. Does cost Weiser his flash, but honestly, who cares? Flash for a Dragon is great for them. Carioca, though, playing with fire a bit. 100 Thieves are still in the area.
Yeah, River jumping in there. Going to see if he can at least contest for the red buff here a bit as
Here comes
paiN
Roamer.
is reinforcing their jungler. River's got to try to get away from this one. Defensive Supreme Display of Talent trying to knock the Trundle away. River jumps back over the wall. Carioca with no flash can't chase after him. The redemption to heal River, but it's not a healing redemption.
Hold on, guys. Oh,
Nico has
Baron.
Proto
paiN
Belt.
on the Baron.
Yep, Baron is started. As soon as it spawns, paiN are immediate to go to the area and begin the objective. Baron already down to half HP, as now on the front line yet again. Dokla's going to be your target. paiN Gaming putting a lot of damage into the set, and Titan takes him out. Nice aim from the paiN AD carry as Curry wants to re-engage, but he has to pay for it with his own life. Quid continuing to try to run. Weiser's here on the front line, but FBI's putting out the damage. FBI, Ayla, and Quid versus Titan, Roamer, and Carioca. It's 2 dead on either side. Quid still looking for a little bit more on Roamer here. Nice wall to make, or Blooming Blossom, I think. Blooming Blows is the Lilia one. They're very similar. Either way, he throws
Blossoms and blooms.
He throws that lob thing over the wall to antagonize Baron, do some damage to paiN. 100 Thieves looking to go in here. Nice ulti coming out from Roamer. The 3-man Petrifying Gaze is enough to set it up to kill FBI at the very beginning of the fight. Titan's trying to get away from River, but the Kiana makes it a 1-for-1 there. Weiser and Carioca trying to find the solution for Dokla here as the needlework does connect. Dokla continuing to try to make a little bit more distance. It's a 3-for-3 so far. Ayla does not have a lot of health to work with. Dokla does not have a lot of health to work with. They're going to continue trying to get away from this one. Carioca does have the dead man's plate. Pop Blossom finds Weiser, who's now incredibly low. Dokla trying to stand and fight, and Ayla's got the kill into Carioca. Dokla and Ayla winning out in the 2v2 on the back end of the
The
fight.
big thing, though, is Supreme Display of Talent catches Roamer. Dokla is able to clean him up, so up.
Oh boy, we got a problem now. Quid is already down. Nice pick from paiN Gaming as Dokla can take the Hex Gate to get himself away just barely in time. That's 45 seconds until Quid is back alive on this rise. That's a pretty big pick for paiN, but they want to turn it into something else.
Yeah.
The Baron is alive. The Dragon is spawning here in about 2 seconds. It's still a 3,000 gold lead for 100 Thieves. They're 4v5 on the map for now, and paiN are starting up the Baron. Keep your eyes on River as he wants to try to find an opportunity to make his way in. Dokla approaching from the top. Redemption summoned up by paiN to try to keep the health bars ready to go. Baron down to 4,000. Showstopper over the wall. Roamer is under pressure. Ayla goes in for massive Pop Blossom. The Baron is secured by paiN Gaming, but they're being wiped off the map. Karaoke the next to fall. A triple kill for River Kiana. And Ayla does not want to let Weiser get away. This is a very important kill. It would eliminate Baron from everyone on paiN, but Weiser barely escapes.
The supreme display of talent is just that from River. The timing as River, Ayla, Dokla all go in together was beautiful, and Numbers find the stacked up paiN team and just delete them.
And that's the team fight this comp has been looking for. I've actually thought 100 Thieves in combos exactly as 100 Thieves would have wanted.
I mean, it was beautiful, and quietly, FBI just constantly farming away. He's got his IE now, and that is often where I kind of feel like the clock strikes midnight and the fun is over. As when Sivir has 3+ items, has level 16.
Kiana is so high right now. It's an 18-17 game, more than 1 kill per minute here 30 minutes into this one.
I told you just had to wait.
Kind of what I was
just the
hoping
appetizer
from this series, and now 100 Thieves are ready to try to defend their jungle. Curry takes a little bit of damage, finds an ulti onto Dokla for not great effect. Dokla is low here. Sterix plus the Haymaker trying to keep himself alive, but Weiser's already on a killing spree, and Dokla is down. 100 Thieves lines are broken. DPS onto the objective itself as River wants to wrap around the backside of the area, see if he can find the gank angle, goes over the wall. Dokla losing a lot of HP here to Weiser. The Sterix keeping him alive for now. River wants to try to protect his top laner. Curry is already down. FBI with the kill on that one. Weiser is down. The Hextech Drake stolen away by River. 100 Thieves looking for even more. Titan is slowed down, beat down. He's gone. Quid takes the kill credit. It's 3 for 1 plus a soul. 100 Thieves.
I heckin' love watching River play. I'm not allowed to swear on broadcast anymore. That was a swear-worthy play. He keeps denying other people of these objectives. It started off a little slow, ending up being a fantastic Kiana debut, and I just love how he's always looking for these crazy angles in these fights. We've talked about how 100 Thieves...
Playing around this brush constantly, just constantly using that grass blade, staying in invis, looking for poke over the wall. As 100 Thieves now on the march, you have to think they're going to try to pressure on this wave.
Yeah, but here we go, 2/3 HP on the tier 3 turret. 100 Thieves stepping up. Dokla here with the front line. Pop Blossom, but it only finds one. Dokla buying a little bit more time as Titan falls. Dokla getting the kill credit on that one. Roamer still slithering away, but 100 Thieves want to keep the pressure on. Weiser can't get the kill on FBI. They might have finally got the AD carry, but it's too little, too late. River and Quid stand tall. A triple kill for the Kiana here in the very last team fight, and 100 Thieves are going to take it straight to the Nexus. They will eliminate paiN Gaming from contention for Dallas and Worlds, and they will earn themselves a 3-0 victory.
And what a way to do it. Dokla hits the W, the Haymaker right to the face of Titan. Did about 90% of his health with one